The start of a new series always takes you back, doesn't it, to memories of series gone by. India versus England have a heritage that goes back to 1932 when India first went, 1933-34 when they came to India, the Lala Amarnath 100, 1936 India went to England, 40 gigs. Oh, it goes back a long way. So how do you pick 5 games from that? So I've put a couple of filters in. One, I've said the series is in India, so let's look at games played in India. But how far back do we go in India? Chandra's 35 wickets in 72, 73, Lala Amarnath's 100. It'll be impossible to pick 5. So I said, okay, let's use the turn of the century as a cutoff. So here are 5 games that stand out for me. My number 5 goes all the way back to 2001, India coming back from South Africa. In those days, India went to South Africa and came back wounded, inevitably. And as Ajit Agarkar told me recently, on our way back, we discovered that not one, not two, all of us were dropped. And India went in with a pace attack. Here's a trivia quiz question for you. India went in with a pace attack, a seam attack of Tinu Johanan, Iqbal Siddiqui and Sanjay Bangar. How many test matches between them? 0. Brings back memories of Brisbane, but for the wrong reasons. India just wanted to say, look, we want to be seen to be showing our power. And so Tinu Johanan, Iqbal Siddiqui, not a great reason to remember, but these things happened too. 2001, that's what was happening in Indian cricket at the time. So that was number 5. At number 4, I'm going 2016, the last time England came to India. Now, the common refrain every time England come to India is, search for the cracks, search for the dust. Ooh, it's going to turn. At the first sign of a little puff of dust, oh, it's doomsday. Much like when India go and see a little bit of grass. We see grass and we say, oh, England come to India, they see dust and they say, oh, gone. What kind of tracks did we get in 2016? Fantastic. Straight after India had prepared forgettable tracks in 2015, came back 2016 and India showed we could prepare perfectly good pitches and still win. And my abiding memory of 2016, as a larger perspective, was that you could score 400 runs in the first innings in India and still lose by an innings. In the last 2 test matches of that series, England made 400, made 470, lost both by an innings. It just tells you what good test match cricket should be. Very good to bat on first 2 or 3 days, starts to turn on the 3rd day, 4th, 5th, the bowler said, excuse me, your time's gone, we are coming in here now. So that's what I enjoyed most about 2016. Number 3, the Mumbai Test match. England have batted first, they made 400 runs. Now, when we were growing up, we were told in India, if you make 300, 350, you can't lose. England have made 400 runs. India 300 for 6, 307 odd for 6, 360 odd for 7. Jayant Yadav comes in, he's bowled all right in that series. We know he can bat. He comes in and Virat Kohli just starts a masterclass. Till about 2 series before that, we're all saying Virat Kohli's not got a double 100. Then he got 1, then he got a 2nd. And on that track at the Wankhede, along with Jayant Yadav, he produced masterly innings of 235 and just took the game away. Then the bowlers came in. India won by an innings, but that Kohli masterclass in Mumbai was just one for the ages. Then number 2, 2012. The first test match is in Ahmedabad. It's not quite a raging turner, but India's spinners have done so well that on the way back on the last day, we are coming back to the hotel. Paul Collingwood is with me and he says, could well be 4-0. And from there, the 2 teams come to Mumbai. Now, Mumbai, if the ball turns in Mumbai, it spits at you because inherently it's a good surface. And there was a track made for the ball to turn, bite, dance, do everything. It was a track that was telling England, welcome to India, but thank you very much, we'll take this test match. And as so often happens, you just cannot tell in test match cricket. Monty Panesar, Graham Swan, and that innings of a lifetime from Kevin Pietersen. You think of Mumbai, you think of England versus India, you think of all the memories, and Panesar, Swan, and especially Kevin Pietersen just stand out. In my book, one of the greatest innings played by an overseas player in Indian conditions. For someone who in Ahmedabad just could not put bat to ball against left arm spin and came back and said, I backed my defense, I backed myself to survive and went on to get those runs. That was number 2. Number 1 just has to be Chennai 2008. What happened in India in November 2008 should never ever happen again. You can tell me all kinds of propaganda stories, it will not take away from the truth of what happened in Mumbai and how it was conceived and planned. England could easily have said, sorry, it's not safe, we are not coming. But England went back home and came back, and we played a test match in Chennai, and India won late in the test match with one of Tendulkar's classics. It may not have been the greatest innings Tendulkar's played, but the emotion surrounding that Tendulkar century, then that little lap shot to get to 100 to win the test match. Yuvraj, I think, was at the other end. The emotion was swirling. It wasn't just about cricket, it was much more. It was that sport had come back, and there was a balm to a nation that had been wounded and attacked. So to me, given that I always like to play sport in a wider context in society, that had to be number one.